Yo, you already know who it is. It's me. It's Pyro. We're back for some more Road to 1 million on FIFA 16. Had a really good day trading today, guys. Starting it off, picking up a Matic for a pretty decent price, actually. Listed him for a couple thousand more, but I've been doing a lot more gold searching. As you can see here, I'm just going through and looking some Thiagos. Managed to pick one up on the cheap, and I actually get two of them. And I'm going to put them up for almost 2,000 more than I got them for, making myself a tidy profit. I'm actually approaching 300k coins right now. Overall in transfer profit, I have about, I'd probably say about 550k. You're probably like, where's the rest of the coins, Pyro? I was drunk like 2 nights ago with my friends. I was at a bar and my friends were like, oh, open a pack, open a pack. And me being somewhat drunk, I was like, okay, I'll open a pack. So I spent like freaking 80k coins on packs when drunk. And, yeah, well, that was it. I didn't really get anything from it, but as you can see, that's what I sold early there. Those Matics, those Thiagos. Managed to pick up a few Vertongans here. Usually, Vertongans doesn't really sell, but I got pretty lucky today. I did sell these guys relatively fast as well, so I made, I think, like 700 coins on them. And, yeah, that was good enough for a profit. Although I am finding now that, you know, 5, 6, 7 p.m. UK time when all the kids get out of school, it's kind of hard to get profit. Because, you know, all the kids are bidding on it, but it doesn't matter too much. You can still make decent coins. There's a Benatia. Am I pronouncing that right? Benatia? Any Bayern fans out there want to tell me, but I managed to pick up 2 of him. He's honestly been pretty consistent for me. I keep on getting him on the cheap, and he does sell quite well, so that's not too bad for me there. So I'm slowly working my way up. I find as I'm climbing the ladder of profit and bidding on players that are now worth, you know, 30k, 40k even, it's a lot easier to make profit on them. I'm not sure whether that's just because not everyone can go in for players at that price, because generally, you know, people don't have that much. But I actually pick up a few of this guy on the cheap. I was actually surprised. I got 3 of him back to back to back, and I made about 700 profit on each of them. So that was easy enough. I mean, there's some players on the market, you just have to look out for them that, you know, they're relatively good and they sell well, but most people don't know about, and I think that's really where a lot of the bargains are, and that's where you can make the most profit. So I really don't know everyone yet, but this guy here seems to sell. I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not even going to attempt to because I know I'll mess it up, but this guy here always seems to sell for me. Peter Cech as well is another one of those ones. I think it's because Peter Cech's price is so high for a goalkeeper that not many people go in for him, and I tend to win the majority of the bids I put in for him, so I think I got a couple of him today, and, you know, easy profit, I guess. When I say I win, you know, most of the bids, I mean, like, if I put in for 5 Peter Cechs, usually I'll get 1, whereas the average player, I'll have to bid maybe 10 or 15 cards to get 1 for. Now, that's taken into consideration. I run my cards at a 500 to 1,000 coin profit each time. More so, I'm trying to go for 1,000 coins profit each time, because I want to climb the ladder quicker. And I get a lot of people asking me, like, what am I going to do with my 1,000,000 coins when I get it? And I think my goal is to get a Messi, although I don't think I'm going to buy him as soon as I get 1,000,000, because with this game it's a lot easier to make money once you have money. So I think I'm gonna, you know, get 1,000,000, probably make a little bit more, like 1.5 million, and then try and get a Messi on the cheap, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. So going back to my pack story, yeah, I opened all those packs. I don't think I'm ever going to buy packs again, guys. I just have not been getting any luck with them this game. It just seems like a huge waste of money for me. I've been buying those jumbo packs. That's what I opened. I opened like 5 of those jumbo packs and wasted so much of my coins. And the best thing I got was like a player with 9,000 coins. So, you know, most of the times it really isn't worth it. But I'm thinking of entering Foot Draft a little bit, you know, once I get better at the game, and trying to win packs from that is, you know, that is a pretty decent way. But you have to be good at the game. But I'm probably going to be posting some actual gameplay of FIFA soon. I don't know if you would be interested in seeing that. Let me know in the comments if you are. And hopefully I can improve on that. My record on Ultimate Team is pretty awful. I have like 10 wins, like 12 draws, and like 15 losses. So I'm not the best player in the world. I certainly have a lot to learn, you know. But I'm slowly starting to play a more possession-based game rather than just running up the wings. I find that, you know, previously in FIFA games I used to run up the wings and just cross it in. Nowadays, it is kind of hard to do that. I don't know if it's just me that finds it hard to do that, but it's a tactic that seems to be getting figured out a lot. I just pick up a few Nannies there, and, you know, decent profit on Nani. I pick up a Varane here, Real Madrid player, and French, always good for nationality and, you know, league. So he tends to sell quite quickly, and I try not to, you know, make too much profit on him, but because there is a lot of competition in for these players, you know, and sometimes you run the risk of putting a player up against a lot of other players. You know, look how many of these guys there are in the market. There's maybe 6 or 7, so I generally should be okay putting them up at the same price. But, you know, some players you get like maybe 10, 15 at the same price, and there's a lot of competition there, so you might have to undercut a little bit and cut your profits just to make sure the actual player gets sold. Check this one out though. I managed to pick up this player who plays in the Saudi League. He usually sells for about 4,000 coins, and I managed to get him for 2,100. I didn't want to be too greedy, so I only listed him at about 1,000 more than I bought him for, just to make sure he sells. But I am playing with silvers still, and you can get some bargains if you look in the right places. I still get a lot of questions on what players to buy, especially silvers, and the easiest way to do that is to go to footbin.com and sort players by something called PRP. This PRP statistic is basically the fluctuation in price on the market. The higher the PRP means the more chance you have of flipping a player for a profit. It basically means that a player is going to be listed for a variable amount, and the higher, obviously the PRP is, the higher the amount or lower the amount it can be listed for. A player with like 0 PRP is always going to have a static value in the market, whereas a player with 80% PRP will have, you know, a fluctuating value that goes up and down all the time, and it makes it easier to flip with. But here's just a number of goals I started to pick up towards the end, and I'm really just showing you, you know, some of the defenders I picked up. Mertens here, Belgium, plays for Napoli, another defender that sells really well, and managed to get one of him. But I think I'm going to show you guys all of the cards that I sold today. You know, a lot of silvers, a lot of golds, 5 pages worth, you know, so that's a big profit there for me today. I think I ended up making about 80k transfer profit overall. I did take a little bit of a loss on the Matutis that I got. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Matuti. But overall, a pretty good day. So if you guys have any tips, let me know. A few people have been suggesting to do informed trading. I will do that eventually, but I want to build up some more money first. So until next time, guys, bye-bye.